Hello everyone. Now I welcome to the section 6 data visualization types used for data analysis. Under the section 5 we are going to see about the data visualization charts and in lecture 11. What is the main purpose of data visualization is to give the clear understanding to the users. So in data analysis, the users, the applicant, the customers might not have any knowledge about what happened inside the data analysis process. They will expect the clear understanding, clear visualization, clear explanation about the process, any kind of process. So we have to visualize them. Our visualization method must be understood by the user or customer, those who don't have any knowledge. That's zero knowledge about the technical knowledge about the data analysis process. So to visualize the given input, given data analysis and the outcome, we can use many visualization techniques, charts, graphs, histograms like that. In this lecture 11, we are going to see about three types of methods: line chart, bar chart, histograms. So the data visualization is a graphical representation of information and data. It helps to identify the pattern and trends available in the data. And it communicates the findings clearly to the customer or applicants, those who have zero knowledge, zero technical knowledge about the data analysis process. And it enhances the data-driven decision making easily based on the analysis. The types of data visualization, here we are going to see about line chart, which is the trends over time. So the main purpose of line chart is to display the trends, progressions, or changes in the data across a continuous variable like time, date, years, like that. The main structure of line chart is the structure is points connected by the line. Where we can use this line chart as stock price over time, monthly sales trends, temperature changes. This is the sample line chart for a particular product. How many units sold? What's the total transaction happen for every month? So here the x-axis represents the months and y-axis represents the number of products sold. And that line represents the number of units sold with respect to every month. So use cases trails trend over the last 6 months like that. For example, we have the monthly sales data for a company. January, how much sales? February, how much? March, like that. Until June, we have the sales. How to represent this? The months will be represented in the x-axis or y-axis, and in the sales we can represent how many units are sold or for how much amount we sold it, like that. And here we can use the plot, month, sale. These are the customizing parameters, customizing parameter for the line chart, color, line style, like that. Simply by displaying the title, with the title, we can give the x-axis label or months, January, February, March, April, May, June, like that. In the y-axis, we can represent the sales in rupees. And the grid is nothing but the format. And finally, we can able to display the chart using plot.show. So the output from that code and the input, we have given us x-axis month, y-axis sale value. That line connects points to show the increase or decrease in sales. The markers O highlight each data point. And the real world use cases of line charts are stock price movement over a time, website traffic over days and weeks, temperature change throughout a day, patient heart rate monitoring. So these type of applications can able to use the line chart for data analysis. Second type is bar chart. Bar chart is nothing but comparing the categories. So in the bar chart is a graphical representation which used to compare the discrete categories of data. In the line chart, we have seen about the continuous categories of data. Here we have seen the discrete categories of data. So each category is represented by a rectangular bar, and the height of the bar shows the value or frequency of that particular category. So the bars can be vertical or horizontal. Why we are using the bar charters? To compare different groups or categories. For example, sales by region, scores by the student, or counts by category. It improves a clear visual distinction between the values of different items. So the main purpose of bar chart is it interpreting the given image. For example, though the exact labels in your image are not fully visible, we can able to see the x-axis represents the category, y-axis represent the quantitative value. Each bar will represent one category. For example, here we can see that the example is sales by product category. Here we have the categories electronics, clothing, groceries, books. So the electronics sales 120. So here we have given the values in 1,120. Clothing 80. Groceries 150. Books 60. So how to represent the bar chart? Here we can see that the groceries have the highest sale. So the highest sale is represented by groceries. And then the books have the lowest sales. And so we can able to compare which category of the products have the highest sales, which category of the products have the lowest sales, so that we can able to see here electronics, clothing, groceries, books. Here we have very less in books. So according to that, we can able to make the decision to improve the productivity. So where we are applying, wherever we are where we are using that bar chart is analyzing the survey results, comparing the product performance, monitoring the monthly expenses by category, visualizing frequency of categorical variables in data preprocessing. Third thing is histogram. Histogram is a distribution of data. So a histogram is a type of data visualization which is used to represent the numerical value, means the distribution of numerical value using bins. So it groups the value into particular range that is called as bins or intervals and uses the bar chart to show the frequency in each bin. So unlike bar charts, histograms show how data is distributed over a continuous interval. So the key features of the histogram are x-axis, y-axis, bar width, bar spacing. So x-axis is intervals. So we have to represent the bins, that is the interval of continuous value. Y-axis is nothing but frequency or count of data points in each bin. Bar width represents fixed for all intervals. Bar spacing represents, so we will not have no space between the bars in histogram. For example, here you can see that exam scores of the student. Imagine that we have the exam score of 20 students out of 100. So for 20 students, exam score is given as an input. Here we have to group them into multiple categories. The bin size that we have represented is 10, 40 to 49, 1. How many students are there? 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99. So how many students are occurred means has taken the range between available, the range between 40 to 49, 1, 50 to 59, 1, 60 to 69, 4, 70 to 79, 7, 80 to 89, 5, 90 to 99, 2. So this is the frequency or number of students falls into that particular interval. So this is the histogram representation. How many students? For example, tallest bar, 70 to 79 range. Most students scored here. Shortest bars, 40 to 49 and 50 to 59. Few students in these ranges. So this tells us the distribution is centered around 70 to 80. So these are the representation of histogram. So if you look into the histogram and bar chart, it will looks like similar. But how it is differentiated, let us see. Data type, in the histogram, we will have the continuous value. In the bar chart, we will have the categorical value. So in the bar touch, it indicates the continuity. Here it will be separated. In the bar, that is the separated. Here the purpose of histogram is show the distribution. In the bar chart, it will compass the value across the category. So in the x-axis, we will have the numeric values, that is the bins. Here we will have the categorical value. Where we are applying this histogram is understand data distribution, detect the skewness or symmetry, identify the outliers or gaps. This is useful in exploratory data analysis. So here we have seen about the line chart, bar chart, histogram. Line chart represents the continuous data in the connecting points. That's the line. And then the bar chart will show you horizontal and vertical bar, which compass the categories of data. And histogram is also compass, but here we are representing the variations, means the range using bins. So we must know the difference between each and every chart. According to our own application, we can able to choose, we can able to identify the suitable charts, and we can able to visualize it effectively. Thank you. The remaining chart we will see in the